I'm helping my folks repaint our house. We've been painting all the rooms this kind of white colour, magnolia I think it's called, which, you know, is okay. But in this room, I get to paint one wall sky blue. Yesterday, I mixed the right blue using poster paints, so my mum could get the right colour at the paint shop. She just came back with all these tins of dark blue paint and said that I could mix it with the white we already had. Fine, I said. I was all set to mix the paint, but then I thought, what if I get the wrong colour? What if I use up all the blue, but the colour's pale and blah? So I thought first I'd mix up a little batch of paint and measure how much blue paint I use and how much white. Then I'd know how much to use when I mixed up the rest of the paint. According to my parents, that's called a ratio. Say I use 1 cup of blue paint and 3 cups of white, then the ratio of blue to white is 1 to 3. You write it like this, with a colon in the middle. The order you write a ratio is really important. If I accidentally wrote down 3 to 1, then I'd mix 3 cups of blue to 1 of white and get a completely different colour. Once I get the ratio I want, I can use it for any amount of paint and always get the same colour. Say I mix 1 litre of blue paint with 3 litres of white. That's a lot of paint, but it's the same ratio of blue to white, 1 to 3, so it'll be the same colour. That's the really cool thing about ratios. I could mix 1 drop of blue with 3 drops of white, or I could mix a whole fish tank of blue with 3 fish tanks of white, and I'd always get the same colour. If I have 1 cup of blue and 3 cups of white, then altogether I've got 4 cups of paint, right? The fraction of paint that's blue is 1/4, and the fraction that's white is 3/4. That's the proportions of each colour in the total. A proportion is a bit different to a ratio. Ratios compare one part to another part, like the quantity of blue paint to the quantity of white. And it's usually written in whole numbers with the colon in the middle. A proportion compares one part to the whole total, and it's often written as a fraction. Now here's one for you to work out. Can you tell me what proportion of these are yellow and what the ratio of green to brown is? You've got 30 seconds. How did you go? Let's see. There are 3 yellow sweets, 2 green ones, and 3 brown ones. In total, there are 14. So the proportion of yellow sweets in the total is 3/14, 3/14. And the ratio of green to brown is 2 to 3. Next time we'll look at finding simplest form and comparing ratios. Hey, I'm helping my folks repaint our house. I need to mix a sky blue to match this. I'll measure the paint with plastic cups so we can work out the ratio of blue to white. We'll start with 4 cups of white. Now 1 cup of blue. Give it a mix. Still too light. Add another cup. Now it's too dark. Add more white. One more. just right. The ratio of blue to white is 2 to 6, which